You guys could put comments. Hi, Lynn. To let me know you have joined the live. Happy Friday. How are you, Lynn? I am feeling better. Thank you. Hi, Vivian from South Africa. How are you doing? My little one is sick again, Lynn. She was sick. She's the one who started. Last week, she's sick all over again. She went back to school, and now she's sick again. So hopefully it does not run through the house again. Thank you. This is my favorite color. I love pink. If I could wear pink every day, I would. I love me some pink. We'll wait a few minutes for some more people to get on, and then we'll get started. We're going to do whatever comes out for each sign, and then we'll do ask a question, get an answer. What time is it in South Africa? Hmm. 1933. Is that what is that? Is that 833? What is 19? Is 19, 12. Oh, you're in Nova Scotia. Okay. Hi, Pam. How are you doing? Nova Scotia. Okay. It's 11:34 here, Central Time. So, okay. 19. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Is it 7 something there? Hi, Nikki. Oh, it's evening. Okay. Okay. 7. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Amber. How are you? Hi, is it Saray? Hopefully I said that right. Wait one more minute. A couple more people to get on, and then we'll get started. Yes, I am behind you. Yep. Thanks, Emmy. Thank you for joining the live. Hi, Tina. How are you? Thank you guys for joining the live. I'm making cookies with my children. Well, my little one, maybe not. She's sick again, but I'm supposed to make cookies with them today. So I figured I'd come on live now and get that done so I can get that going with them. I'm so bad. I'm so behind this year. I haven't even taken my kids to see Santa yet. We got to go this weekend. Like, we got to find Santa somewhere this weekend. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Tammy from Baltimore. Hi, Janine. Yes, I am feeling better. Thank you. But, you know, my little one who started with the bug, she came home from school yesterday with it again. So she's kind of down and out. Hi, Dee Dee. Hi, Nikki. Oh, Arizona, I'm jealous. It's so cold here. It's like 2 degrees, or I know it's probably not. Well, last night it was 7 degrees, so I don't know what it is right now, but it's cold. I'm drinking coffee, but my coffee's not as hot as it was. I like all cookies, unfortunately, Tammy. Probably chocolate chip with M&Ms. I love M&Ms. Oh, you're sick too, Pam? Yeah, it's going around everywhere. I don't like this time of year because germs just stay inside for far too long. Merry Christmas, Susan. I need you to do Christmas shopping too. I don't know what's going on with me this year. I'm way behind on everything. I need to get more disciplined with it. I feel like Christmas like snuck up on me like really fast. I don't know why. All right, we're going to get started. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Janine. Pumpkin spice coffee. You know, I used to love pumpkin stuff. I don't like pumpkin stuff no more. It's weird. You know, when you have kids, stuff you liked before kids is different after. That's how I am. Like, I used to love spicy food. Oh, no, I can't do spicy food. I don't like pumpkin stuff. I like pumpkin pie, but that's about it. I don't like pumpkin coffee or pumpkin flavored stuff anymore. Hi, Cassie. Or is it Casey? Cassie? Hi, Elvira. All right, let's go ahead and get started with Aries. We're going to do whatever comes out. And then I only have until 12:30 Central Time. And then we will do ask a question, get an answer at the end. 80 degrees, Nikki. Ooh, I'm jealous. Warm in Utah. Really? I thought Utah got cold at this time of year. All right, let's go ahead and start with Aries first. Whatever comes out. I'm going to switch over. So I'm not going to be looking at the chat so I can do the ticker thing. All right. So welcome. Thank you for joining my live, everyone. Aries, what needs to come out for you? What's going on with those with Aries placement? Aries. Okay, well, it does look like your friends or your work colleagues are really going to intentionally want to honor you very, very soon. You have a lot of growth potential that you are glowing up. So if you have been working really, really hard on your skill set, I do see that you're at an end of a cycle where you've been putting in a lot of work and you're finally going to be rewarded for that work. Yeah, if you've had a setback when it comes to career, like you feel like you've been putting in a lot of work and people just aren't seeing your potential, that is shifting and changing, because it does look like you're either getting a bonus or you're getting some type of recognition. Maybe you're getting a reward or you're getting something from your work that is going to help you realize that everything you've been doing is going to finally pay off for you. So let's get you a animal oracle and an angel number for this message. What is the animal oracle for Aries? Yeah, look at that. You got the raven, which is about confidence. It says, you're encouraged to disconnect from physical or material plans and really elevate spiritually. When you align spiritually, your confidence is going to soar. And because of that, you're not going to be able to ignore that there's a major transformation that's happening for you at work. All right. What is the angel number for Aries placements? What does Aries need to know? This is a great shift. 1122. It says, first, focus on this positive change that's going to occur due to the efforts you've been putting in. This is going to allow you to have something new. Like I said, you're either going to get a bonus, you're going to get a reward. You might even get a promotion. Maybe you've been wanting to change shifts at work. You're going to be getting that seniority. You're getting something that you've been putting in a lot of work. You're getting recognized for it. So that's really exciting. All right, let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, what needs to come out for Taurus placements? What's going on for Taurus? Ooh, okay. Well, Taurus, if you are talking to somebody who's either into music or arts or maybe theater, this person you're going to find is starting to have stronger feelings and emotions for you. Now, if you have not met this person, you're getting ready to meet this person. Who is this person? You're going to be really grateful you did not give up on this person. Ooh, they could have Aquarius in their chart. This person is finding that you are somebody that they have collaborated with, they've connected with, that there is a higher purpose, that you bring a lot of happiness into their life, and they are bringing happiness into your life in return. It's like an equal exchange loop that's happening. This person could be an Aquarius, it could be a water sign, it could be an earth sign. You're finding that this person is going to make commitments, that they're not only going to tell you these commitments, they're actually going to follow through with these commitments. So what's going to be the likely outcome of Taurus on this person? Ooh, you got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, well, it does look like this is potentially even a fated connection. This is a romantic cycle that if you're either with this person, it is moving forward, or if you haven't met this person, you're going to be meeting this person very soon. All right, what is the animal oracle card for you? Patience, the tiger. It says, you're being reminded that persistence is what is necessary to obtain your goals. You need to be patient and trust that the universe is going to help you and success is guaranteed. All right, your angel number is 0330, lucky shirt. It says, pursue your goals and get what you want. You're being provided with the benefit of this person. This person is somebody who's going to do a lot of communications. They might talk a lot too. And you're going to love the interaction with this person. All right, let's move on to Gemini. All right, Gemini, what is needing to come out for those with Gemini placements? Gemini. What's the energy around Gemini? Okay, so I see something is happening with a event that is going to bring you a lot of peace. Something that has been stuck for a long time that you feel like has been lacking. Maybe there is a situation with an individual person you've invested a lot in. There's something happens that you realize, you know what? I'm no longer fighting for this anymore. It's almost like a breath of fresh air comes in and sweeps this away. And you're like, okay, I don't have any tension. I don't have any stress. I don't have any anxiety anymore. Yeah, it looks like you make the decision that you're no longer committing to somebody. And this is something that you actually detach from it instantly. And you don't even feel a sense of loss. You feel like, you know what? This is what I should have did a very long time ago. Yeah, it looks like you've been waiting for the right time. This is happening potentially in the next 9 days. For some of you, this is going to happen in February, where you're trying with a relationship that you're on the struggle bus the whole time with this person. And you're realizing, you know what? I need to value myself more. I no longer want to participate. And my intentions is to detach and let go. And once you do, it's like a fresher breath air because you make the decision that this person is bringing more problems in your life than actually benefiting you. All right. Well, what is the animal oracle card of advice for Gemini? Armadillo. This is protection. This is divine protection. You're entering a phase where in order for you to come into alignment with where you intentionally need to be, this person has to go. And you're accepting that. What is the angel number for Gemini placement? What is the angel number for Gemini? Oh, 4444. You're going to realize this is a blessing in disguise. You may not realize it right now when you're watching this message, but when you do this and you just decide to rip off the Band-Aid and say, you know what, I'm done, and you commit to being done, you're going to realize that you struggled so much with letting it go. Then once you let it go, you're going to feel like that fresher breath air. There's a sense of peace that you get from it that you didn't think you'd have instantly, but you do. All right. Let's move on to Cancer. All right, Cancer placements. What needs to come out for those that have Cancer placements? What do they need to know? What do they need to hear? If you're joining the chat after the live, welcome. I'm not looking at the chat. We will do ask a question, get an answer at the end. If you're joining after the live, I will put the timestamps down below. All right, those with Cancer placements. Okay, you're being directed in the next 4 weeks that you need to get out. If you're single, Cancer, you need to get out because you're meeting a partner that there's going to be a significant milestone that is being accomplished because of this meeting. What is this? Okay. So I've got the Ace of Cups or not the Ace of Cups. I've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So not only are you going to have an opportunity of having a really strong physical connection with this person, if you know what I mean, but you're also going to find that this person is going to commit to you in ways that you never thought before. If you have recently come out of a situation where you felt like it was inevitable, you were trying to get someone to commit and they just weren't committing and it just wasn't there and you detached and let that go, it looks like in the next 4 weeks, you're going to feel a sense of urgency to get out there. And if you do, you're meeting somebody new. This person could be a water sign, a earth sign, or a fire sign. This person has the potential to grow with you. And this is going to be significant because this person is being divinely guided in your direction. So what is going to be the likely outcome here? Oh, okay. Well, you are getting justice, which means you're getting somebody who's going to treat you the way that you wanted to be treated by that last person. That last person didn't treat you kind. They didn't give you the respect you needed. You had to drop them. Look at that. You got the 10 of Wands, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Sun. So not only are you finding happiness, but you're actually healing because this is going to be justice served to you. Okay. So in the next 4 weeks, when you get a sense of urgency to go do something or go somewhere or try something new, that's going to be your confirmation you need to get out there. All right. What is the animal oracle for Cancer of advice that they need to know? Armadillo there. Yep. You could also have Gemini in your chart. Protection. You're going to enter a phase where you're coming into alignment with where you need to be, not where you've been. What is the angel number for Cancer placements? What is the angel number? Lighten up. 1414. You could be somebody who maybe you're a little bit structured when it comes to when you end a relationship, like you got to go through a certain time period or certain phase. Lighten up. You're being asked to lighten up, look at things a little bit differently, and tell yourself, you know what? If I want to go do something or I want to put myself out there and I feel I'm ready, then that's what you should do. So lighten up and don't be so structured with the way you handle it. All right, Leo. All right, Leo placements. What needs to come out for Leo? What is the energy surrounding those with Leo placements? Leo placements. What do you need to know? You're stuck, Leo. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm hearing that song. I missed it. What is it? Is that what it's called? A rock and a hard place? We've been swinging and missing. It's a country song. Oh, I cannot. I'm hearing it, but I can't hear the words. Either way, Leo, you're in a situation where you're stuck in a situation with a particular person around you. This could be somebody you have family with. This could be somebody you have children with. Maybe you share a home with this person. Let's see. What is this energy that Leo is stuck in that needs to come out? You are supposed to be single. So if you are in a relationship that you feel like you're swinging and you're missing and you're just not getting it, you and your person are not getting there, it's because you're needing to be more self-sufficient. You're allowing too much of the planning of the situation. You're not caring enough about yourself. We got 3 of Wands and the Empress coming out. You're needing to really support yourself. You need to stand up. You're a Leo. You're a pillar of strength. You need to establish your independence when it comes to this relationship. Tell me more. There's something about you. Look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. There's something that you're supposed to be accomplishing, but you've allowed this situation in this family dynamic. Either it's a person you're in a relationship with, maybe you're married to, or it's a family member that is holding you back. You're needing to stand up. You are the Empress, or if you're not in that Empress energy, you need to elevate into the Empress energy, and you've been stuck for far too long because you need to keep moving forward with your life. Is this a relationship or is this a family like a relative? What is this? Yeah, this is a relationship that has repeatedly hurt you. This is a partnership that you have grown resilient to the hurt and you've allowed yourself to stay stuck. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to get unstuck and realize that there are other connections that will support your path and your journey. All right, let's get a spirit animal card of advice. What is the advice for those with Leo placement? I seen the panda wanted to come out about putting healthy boundaries in place. Look at that. We've got the snake. The snake is about transformation. It says, you will be shedding old skin and emotions and transforming them into something bigger and better. You did have the Wheel of Fortune come out. Change in the wind. You're at the center, and this is the catalyst of change for you. Make sure your intentions are clear on how you hope to move forward. All right, let's get to an angel number, Leo. What is the angel number for those with Leo placements? The void, 2002. You maybe have been voiding the situation. You have more control over your life. If you feel stuck, you have more control over your life than you realize. You need to learn and execute what interests you. So for example, if you're in a partnership with somebody and you've given them ideas or suggestions of what you want to do with your life, and they tell you, no, you can't do that, or no, you're not allowed to do that, there's something about you realizing that you have free will to make your own choices. And you maybe are not realizing there's something that you have been avoiding because you've been allowing someone else to make those decisions for you. All right, let's move on. Virgo. If you're coming in after the live, I'll put the timestamps afterwards. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, what needs to come out for those with Virgo placements? What do you need to hear? What is the energy around those with Virgo placements? Virgos. Okay, so Virgo, you've been playing around way too much. You really need to step up your game. You need to increase your efforts when it comes to a situation. You've been maybe not aggressively pursuing some type of goal or inspiration that you have because maybe you've been feeling a sense of instability or insecurity around it. You're really needing to let that go. You've been playing it safe for far too long by having fun, and you need to buckle down and be more structured, more disciplined, with understanding that there is strong potential for you to do something that you maybe are gifted. There's a skill set or there's a gift that you have been given that you are not using. And Spirit is saying, you need to trust yourself that you've been playing it safe by not stepping into that job, that career, that hobby, that inspiration that you've been feeling in your heart and your soul. You're being asked to step into that. Stop playing it safe. Stop dimming your own light. You could even do whatever this opportunity is that you know you want to do. You need to go explore it and start it, because you could potentially, I've got the Queen of Pentacles here. So this could be something that potentially turns into your financial freedom. So let's say, for example, you've been working for a company just because it's just a job to pay the bills, but it's not something you're really passionate about. You know that you have a skill set or a passion for something else, but you've been just playing it safe, having fun, just working, and not really being structured with going towards this passion. Spirit is saying your intuition is telling you it's time. It's time for you to finally increase the efforts of discipline and doing this for once and for all. All right, let's get you an animal oracle card of advice for Virgo placements. What is the advice? Thank you. If you've joined the live, please like or put a comment. Let me grab that card. Hold on one second. Okay, that went way over there. Look at that. If you guys could please like the live or put a comment, I would appreciate it. Virgo, look at this. This is your advice. This endeavor that you know you should be starting, that you've been stalling on, it's going to lead you to abundance. It says, abundance and liberation are finally on its way. It comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifestation powers that you have, and you're always going to be provided for. So you know what this is. Your intuition has been very strong telling you to do this. All right, let's get you an angel number, Virgo. What is the angel number? 8888. You have the personal power to do this. You have, look at that. You also had, I can't make this up. Look, you got 0440, which is the gut feeling, which is your intuition. And then you have your intuition that came out. So this is triple confirmation, Virgo, that you have the power to change your life and your destiny. You have to stop playing it safe and stop just having fun and really get disciplined and focus on what it is that your intuition's been telling you to go towards. All right, let's move on to Libra. All right, Libra. What needs to come out with those with Libra placements? All right, Libra. Whatever needs to come out. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good at this time, Libra? Libra. You don't know it, Libra, but somebody around you that you're just friends with or you're casually dating, they have hidden motives to give you commitment. Okay, this person is wiping out the competition is what I'm hearing, Libra. Okay. This person is formally going to ask you to end the cycle of the two of you just being casual and being in a formal relationship. Who is this person? There it is. There's your opportunity right there. There could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This person has a desire to develop something exclusive with you. If you're not already exclusive, they're going to want to be exclusive. If you're already exclusive, they're going to elevate to the next level. Either a formal proposal of, hey, intention of marriage or intention of living together. They're coming towards you in the next 8 weeks to make this formal agreement with you. Yeah, this heavy earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For some of you, they may even propose the idea of starting a family. Maybe you're already married and you're wondering what's going on with my person. They are ready to start that next chapter. So whatever that is, for some of you, it's marriage. Some of you, it's proposal. Some of you, it's a baby. Some of you, it is the idea of being exclusive. All right, that's exciting. Let's get some advice. What's the animal oracle for Libra? Libra placement. You could be 24 or 52 years old. Get ready for this transition. We've got the crow and the hedgehog. You need to trust this transition is going to be really significant. It says, which part of your life is or may be going through a transition? Maybe it's your changing relationships or the status of it or whatever it is. And then it says, this is a reminder that you and others are getting what you want. Trust the process. Okay, let's get you an angel number. What's the angel number for Libra? Libra. One. Listen to your intuition. It's going to help you move things along because you're going to realize this. All right, Scorpio. 27, Scorpio. All right. What needs to come out for Scorpio? What do we need to know? What do we need to hear? For those with Scorpio placement, what is going on for those with Scorpio? Okay, you may have some conflict around your family right now. There is something about, there's a disruption in the home environment that you may be trying to mediate between two people that are fighting. Okay, what is this for Scorpio? Yeah, it could be between you are mediating between your siblings or between your sibling and your parents. It does look like there's some type of money issue here where you're feeling trapped into the situation and you're going to have to mediate it. Okay, so what's going to happen here with this conflict? Why is Scorpio being pulled in it? You're being pulled in it because it's your family. And it could even have something to do with a divorce. Your mom and dad may be deciding to get divorced and you may have to try to help mediate the loss of that. Yeah, it does look like it is something that's really emotional for you. So I do apologize if you are going to have to mediate something significant like this. This is very hard. It may hurt you because it's very traumatic. Maybe it's not what you want to do, but it looks like you're level-headed in comparison of the other two people. So you're able to look at things in a different perspective to help both parties involved to see what the best idea is. So looks like sometime in the next 12 weeks, this could be coming towards you, or this month and the month of December. You could be dealing with a water sign or a earth sign heavily, or an air sign. Let's get you an animal card of advice, Scorpio. All right. Scorpio placements, what is the advice from the animal oracle deck? What is the advice for Scorpio? Adapt. The dragonfly. You're going to have to adapt that you are being called into this because you bring an order of calmness and maybe even fairness for both parties involved. That's why you're being asked to mediate pretty much this situation. All right, you have the full potential to do it. What is your angel number, Scorpio? 0220. You have an idea. It says act on your idea. So you're going to have an idea of what would be fair for all parties involved. And maybe you are somebody who's done this before. You've went through this before with other people and you're really good at it. Maybe you're an attorney, or maybe you have experience with, maybe it has something to do with like inheritance, on how to divide it, trust funds, either way, you're being pulled into the middle because you maybe have experience or you're very, very skilled with being able to help potentially resolve this issue. Okay. Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. What do we need to know? What do we need to hear for Sagittarius placements? What needs to come out for those with Sagittarius placements? Sagittarius. All right. Well, it does look like one of your friends or somebody that's close to your family wants to set you up with somebody that they feel would be a really good partner for you. Who is this person? Okay. So this person could be somebody that you don't like, this person who wants to set you up. You feel like they are like the worst person to set people up. This could be like grandma who's always trying to match everybody up, or aunt, Rosie that thinks everybody should be partnered up with somebody. You don't really like the person wanting to set you up. But let me tell you, there is a purpose why this person is setting you up, because this person that you're getting set up with, they are somebody that you need to trust that this is somebody you're supposed to be with. So you have not met the person you're getting set up with, but this is a connection that you're meant to have. So even though you're going to be resistant, you're going to say, oh, Teresa, this person's the worst matchmaker. Nobody ever works out when they match people up. Trust it and have faith, because this is actually somebody that you are supposed to be in alignment with. Okay. They could have Sagittarius in their chart. They could have fire in their chart, Aquarius or Earth. Okay. So trust grandma or the aunt, or maybe it's the best friend, whoever thinks they're a professional matchmaker, but they're not, because nothing ever works out. Trust them. It's going to work out. All right. What's your animal oracle? The rabbit. It's about cleverness. This person's going to be real clever. They're going to bamboozle you into setting you up, and you're not going to realize it. Don't back down when you're in that situation. So maybe they invite this person to dinner and they don't tell you this person's there, and you want to run out the door as soon as you walk in when you find out you're being set up. Don't run away. Okay. Let's get you an angel number. Your angel number is 1717. Drama alert. You're going to feel like this is dramatic, but I'm telling you, trust it. So if you get set up and you feel like you get bamboozled when you walk into the setup, be yourself, allow yourself to be able to hear that. I'm going to put you guys on pause for 1 second. Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry. My kids are home, so I apologize. All right, let's move to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. What needs to come out for those with Capricorn placements? All right, Capricorn. What do we need to know? What do we need to hear for those with Capricorn placements? Let me switch the ticker. Sorry. All right. Sorry about that. I do apologize. My kids are home on winter break, so I apologize. Capricorn. What's going on for Capricorn? You are needing to step up when it comes to work. There's something about your friends at work are holding you back from getting a promotion or being able to elevate your position. You want to increase your financial position. You maybe want a promotion. You maybe want something more than what you have, but you've been hanging out with the people at work and they're blocking you from getting an abundant blessing here. So if you have people at work that are constantly saying, oh, well, you don't need to work extra hours. Don't go above and beyond. Don't really do this or do that to increase your skill set at work. Those are people that are not really wanting to elevate. They're actually hindering you. They're holding you back from you being able to invest in growing and evolving. You may realize once you let go of those work colleagues that you may actually find that an opportunity opens up for you at work where you might get promoted to manager or maybe team lead or supervisor. There's something more that your results, if you invest and focus more on your career, is going to work in your favor. But you've been allowing your work colleagues to block you. And you're needing, some of them that you are around are potentially needing to be dropped or at least put at a distance for now. All right, what is the Animal Oracle card of advice for Capricorn placement? What's the advice for Capricorn? I'm seeing 10, 11, so I don't know, October or November might be a significant time period for you. Patience, that tiger energy. It says you're being reminded that your persistence is going to be necessary to attain certain goals. So if you find that you're challenged, that you're wanting something at work, but it's not working because there is no guarantee of success because you're allowing people at, it's kind of like the workplace office, what's it called? The break room cooler thing. You're hanging out at the cooler too long. You need to stay away from that cooler or the break room. There's something about you are being challenged right now to separate from certain people at work because they're hindering your potential of getting a promotion. What's the angel number? 1144. Your vibration is going to elevate once you do that. So you have to listen to your intuition about that. All right, Aquarius. 3838. Aquarius, what do you need to know? What do you need to hear? What's going to serve your highest good? If you've joined the live after it started, I'm not looking at the comments. I do want to thank you for joining the live. If you could please comment and put a like, I would appreciate it. We will do ask a question, get an answer when we're done with Pisces here. We're on Aquarius right now. Aquarius placements, what do you need to know? What needs to come out? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Okay, yeah. You're going to find out, you're going to discover that somebody's been wearing a mask around you. They're actually somebody who truly loves you. So somebody that is in your energy who, it feels like it's a newer person. They have intentions on hiding that they actually love you. Oh my God, we got the Two of Cups. This person is somebody who, oh, they're obsessed. We got the Devil coming out too. They are so obsessed with the love they feel for you, but they're hiding it behind a mask. They're not wanting you to tell you because they feel like if they tell you, then that's giving over all their power or all their control to you, because then you're going to have their heart. You're going to know that they truly do love you. Okay, are they going to eventually tell you? No. This person, it's kind of one of those things you're going to have to know it, but them not telling you it right now. Especially since this is a newer connection, they may not say anything until around April. So you may find that you know intuitively they love you, but they haven't said the words. It may be a little bit of time before they tell you. This could be a Capricorn, an earth sign, a water sign, or a fire sign. All right, let's get you a Animal Oracle card of advice. for Aquarius. What is the animal oracle card of advice? Playfulness. Okay. So this is letting you know that you need to have more play in your life. And maybe this is somebody that you can have more fun with. What's the angel number? 111. Yeah, your intuition's really strong. You know this person loves you. It's just a matter of time before they tell you. All right, Pisces. 4059. All right, Pisces. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Pisces placement. Pisces. Pisces. You're scared to learn something? Why are you so scared to learn something? You deserve this. You deserve to elevate and grow and evolve, but you're fearful if you step into this unknown territory that it's not going to work in your favor. Why are you so fearful of this? What is this? Are you not, if you're somebody who went to law school, maybe you're not wanting to take the bar, you fear that you're not going to pass it? Yeah, you're very much caught up in your head. You're very negative self-talk about it. You deserve this. You have the knowledge, you have the wisdom to be able to take this. And for some of you, maybe you went to school to be a teacher and you're just scared to take that final exam, to finally turn it in. You're going to pass. You need to put an end to this fear, this insecurity. You're entrapped in your mind, your thoughts. You need to let that go, because in all fairness, you deserve this. You put in the work. You know this information, and this is going to work in your favor. Okay, well, let's get an animal oracle card of advice for Pisces. What's the advice for Pisces? Pisces, one more. Boundaries, the panda. You might need to put certain boundaries with your mindset in place, meaning if you go to a negative thought, maybe you need to counter it with two positives and not allow yourself to keep going into this fear mentality that you have. Let's get an angel number for Pisces. All right, angel number for Pisces. Pisces. 2112, it's up to you. That's what Spirit says. It's up to you. You can stay in the fear, the scarcity mindset, but you have the wisdom and knowledge to do this. So it's up to you what you want to do. All right. I'm going to put you guys on pause one more time. I got to go grab a charger because my phone's going to die. And then we'll come back. I'll come back and we'll do ask a question, get an answer for 15 minutes. So I'm going to put you on pause for one more time. I'm so sorry. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. I do apologize. All right, let me switch over to the chat. Okay, let me get a deck here. All right, we're going to start with, if you come on after the live, I'll put the timestamps after we're done. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, Timeless Divine Tarot. If you want to do your own live reading via Zoom, I have 15-minute and 30-minute options on my website. Also, if you want exclusive content, join the members only. There's exclusive content on there. Okay, I've got 14 minutes. We're going to do ask a question, get an answer. I'm going to start with Lynn, and anything below, if you put it above Lynn, you're going to have to put it again down below. All right, Lynn. No contact. Is any contact coming in for Lynn and her person? No. I see right now your person is not committing to coming in. Allie, are we going to make it work long term or is it doomed to fail? I think you guys are going to resolve the conflicts. There's a lot of unhappiness right now, but it does look like if you both open up to whatever you're hiding about this conflict, I do see it could work. Annette, is love coming Annette's way? Annette, is love coming your way? Yeah, I think you need to strongly make a stronger presence when you go out and about. You need to be honest with yourself. If you're not really putting the effort in, then you're not going to get a return on your investment. Ilona, new love or ex coming back? Ilona, new love or ex? I see there is an ex that is going to return. They could have fire or Cancer in their chart. Hold on one second. All right. Cheryl, will my person be, what is that? Will my person be going to be here for me in January? Okay. Is Cheryl's person coming in January? No. Audrey, situation or real deal? Audrey, situation or real deal? There's a lack of planning. Does this person live at a distance? That could be causing a problem. I see there is emotions, but there's also a stubbornness because there is a lack of planning because potentially for the physical distance. You may have to let this go. Just depends on if there is going to be planning, but I see it's stuck right now. Elaine, is my husband still in contact with an old friend? Yes. Could be somebody a little bit toxic potentially. Deanna, am I going to be fine? Is Deanna going to be fine? Yes, you are. Bonnie, will I meet somebody? Is Bonnie going to meet somebody soon? I see you may have potentially two suitors that will come towards you, Bonnie. One is somebody who you may meet in the workplace. They could be a little bit domineering, a little bit bossy. The other person is somebody who is a little bit younger. They're also very independent, very self-sufficient. Both people could be entrepreneurs. Okay. Beach, am I going to find peace in my life soon? Beach. Yes, I do see things will get unstuck and move forward for you. X was the fire sign. Okay. Let's see. Kathleen, will Marcus and I get together? Will Kathleen and Marcus get together? No, you're going to let that go. Janetta, does he really want to come home to his family? Janetta, does he really want to come home? He's not certain if he wants to come home. There's something about your strength or maybe your, what is that? Yeah, the way you talk to him is very, I'm hearing cunning. So maybe you have a strong personality. That's why he's been indecisive right now. Yeah, he's definitely indecisive. You're welcome. Merry Christmas to you, Beach. You're welcome, Kathleen. Kate, should you go to the party tomorrow? Looks like you have a lot of options. Yeah, you know what? You may feel like you're going to be disappointed, but you're actually going to be really happy with that 10 of Cups. I think you should go. Hi, Carol. Could you tell me if John and I have a future? Does Carol and John have a future? No, the cycle looks like it's going to close out. Carol. You're welcome, Elaine. Here, I want to give you another card of advice. What's the advice for her? There's something that you need to jump in and do. There's something that if you feel devastated right now, there's something about the finding something you're really passionate about, something you're curious about, something you're interested in. You need to go do that. You need to go join that, and your hurt and disappointment, use that to be replicated, that energy, into something that you're passionate about. You're welcome, Kate. Hi, Ellen. What happened with the contact with my good friend Paula? You ignored her messages? I'm hearing he said, she said. You both were obsessed with waiting for each other to reach out. Okay. Pam, will I ever get over my ex Capricorn? Yes, but you need to let go of the idea of him or her being with competition. That's what's keeping you hung up in the energy, is worrying about him or her being with competition. Yeah, that he was talking to other people or she was talking to other people. You're welcome, Lynn. Elaine, will he tell you? Will he tell Elaine? Will he tell Elaine? No, I don't see him telling her. Marta, will me and my person be together a long time? Will Marta and her person be together a long time? No, it looks like one of you is going to make the decision to walk away, potentially to walk away to go towards someone else. So if your person has a child with somebody else, they may walk towards that person, or you may. Lisa, when will our break end? Lisa and her person, when will the break end? I don't see it ending right now. At least in the next 3 weeks, I don't, Lisa. Hi, Sherelle. You're welcome, Elaine. Any other questions? I've got 6 minutes left. 6 minutes. Put your questions down below. You have a Merry Christmas too, Pam. You're welcome. Mohammed, is she back? Will she be back on the 22nd? Mohammed, no. GNCN, what's coming towards GNCN? What's coming towards? You need to be careful of disappointment. You have an expectation from somebody. This person, if you're sleeping with this person, they're going to disappoint you. There's a strong disappointment. You need to maybe maintain control. Lynn, will you speak again? Will Lynn and her person speak again? Lynn? Yes, but when you speak, your person's going to tell you they're not certain if they want a relationship. Okay, Susan, is he coming back? AB, I don't know who you're telling to shut up, but I'm going to go ahead and delete your comment. If you were talking to me, you can please exit and not return. If you come back, I'll just block you. Please, okay, now I'm going to block you. I don't want negativity in my comment section. Thank you very much. You're telling me? Okay, well, how about we put you in a band? Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, Maria, do you see anything about my next door neighbor? Maria's next door neighbor. They might be going through financial hardship. This person makes a lot of promises, but they don't really, they're not able to satisfy the promises they make. So if they've made a promise to you, they're not going to be able to satisfy it, especially if it has something to do with money. Let's see here. Susan, is he coming back? Is he coming back? Susan. Yeah, I do see eventually he is going to reach out to you with an apology. All right, I got 4 minutes. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'm going to exit early. Put your questions down below if you do. Any news on Claire's finances? Claire's finances. Claire's finances. I think once you make the choice to let go of certain things that are not working for you, you may have something that you have been giving money to your family, or you've been investing in something for a long term because your family said you should. You need to let that go. Because, yeah, strongly you need to let that go for sure. You need to cut that off. So if you're helping like a relative out financially, you need to stop doing that. That is impacting your finances. Lisa, will we end up together forever? Lisa, will they end up together? I see with the star, there's a lot of hope and optimism, and we've got the 4 of Wands hidden at the bottom of the deck, so there could be potential in the future for this to be long-term. Lynn, will I find a stable partner? Lynn. I see somebody wants to hook up with you, like physically hook up with you, Lynn. Lynn. Yes. I see there's a water sign that you could potentially meet, and also a fire sign. One person is very compassionate, very intuitive, very loving, very nurturing. Could be a single parent. The other person is somebody who is very confident, and they could be also very business driven. So that you do have 2 suitors if you put yourself out there. You might be invited somewhere, might be where you actually meet them. You're welcome. Diana, you did a cord cutting. Did it work? Do you feel the energy still? Sometimes with cord cutting, you have to do it more than one time, Diana. So if you still feel the energy around the person, now, mind you, if you do a cord cutting, don't look at their pictures, don't look at their social media, don't try to tap back into it. But if you do the cord cutting and you don't do any of that stuff and you still feel them, you may have to do it again. Yeah, you'll be happy if you did. I do see if you have been looking for a sense of relief, I do see happiness will happen, that it will work. But if you're still feeling like the negative energy, that it's still there, then you need to do it again. Because sometimes you have to do it 2 or 3 times. And then don't reactivate it by tapping into the energy again. Nawal, is he awoken? Nawal, is he awoken? No, he's fighting it. He's fighting doing the work. All right, one more question, then I got to go. I'm wondering if the water sign in my life has honest intentions, if he's already connected to someone. Shannon's water sign. He's holding back because that's who he is. He's had hurt and disappointment in his life. But you know what? If he works through the hurt and disappointment, I do see that it could work. We've got the 2 of Cups and the Chariot, but he has to do the work. Until he does the work, I don't see it working for you. Yeah, he's got to make the decision to heal. If he does heal, there could be a beautiful relationship between the 2 of you. Okay, that is all I have time for today. Thank you so much for joining the live. Make sure you put a like or a comment. I hope everybody is having a beautiful Friday. If you do want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, timelessdivinetarot.com. You can also join members for exclusive content. Hope everybody stays warm if you're cold, and have a beautiful day. Bye.